I said it before, and I'll say it again. You can't possibly expect to do somebody that damn dirty and just get away with it and continue to live your life as if nothing not even happened. As if you're some saint. As if you're not gonna deal with your karma. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. And karma's a bleh. Yep, it is. It's a bitch. But you're the one that decided to do something real wrong and dirty. So, you're going to reap the rewards of what you've done in the past to the person you've done it to. There's no getting away with it. Do you know how many con artists bitches there are in this world, bro? Y'all already know. Chameleons. And I'll tell you, I don't want to marry no chameleon. You put a ring on her and all of a sudden she's a completely different person. Wow. That's why men are not marrying no more. And I don't want to make this about men not liking women and all this stuff, because men can be dirty players too. But in this case, I don't want to marry no chameleon. The risk for men to marry nowadays, it's not worth it. It's not worth it nowadays for men to get married. There's more money being made in the world today now than ever. Men are making more money today now than ever. There's more divorces nowadays more than ever. There's a lot of women that like to take advantage of men through marriage and maybe a child to get custody over the child, to get half his damn money he makes. It's not worth it for men to get married no more. And it would take something very significant for, let's say, a guy like me to do something like that. I would say the chances are probably about 90 to 10 that I don't get married. Probably 90 to 10. So there's a chance. But it's going to have to be something special. It's going to have to be something significant. And I know a lot of guys think the exact same way. As you should. You should be very selective. You should get to know who you're getting involved with first. So you don't put a ring on some ratchet bimbo and all of a sudden she goes chameleon on your ass and she's a completely different person. She might be a Jezebel spirited witch. Bitch. You never know what's going to happen, bro. Some people get together and it's like boom, 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 boom. Marry, kid, house, boom, 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 boom. Are you out of your damn mind to do something like that today? It was a lot more normal in the older days, but let's be honest, dog, it's 2022, the world has changed. You don't have to like it, I don't have to like it, nobody has to like it, but let's jump back into reality here. It is what it is. The world is what it is. Women have kind of changed up on us. They killed child. I can't remember. It's just like a tongue twister. Chivalry. Damn, it's hard. I don't know why. There's just weird words that's hard for me to say. But who killed that? Do you think men killed that? No, women killed it, and even women admit that that it's true. Not that they have done it themselves, but women in general have killed it. Men are not the ones who have changed. Men are still leaders, providers. It's women that have changed. It's modern women that have changed. And it's modern women that's going to hate on that and not agree with it, but Because you're a woman. You're a woman. And I'm explaining what's happening. It doesn't mean it's you. If I watched a video of some female speaking in a video and she was all like, men are trash and all this, I'm not gonna get triggered and get on my keyboard and be like, hi, how dare you, and all this stuff. Because I'm not gonna take offense to it, because I know I'm not trash. So for any women on the internet that lash out things like this, it just goes to show that they are the ones we speak about. There's always positive comments from other females agreeing that a lot of women are like that have done crazy things, that they're the reason why the world is what it is today. There's always these ratchet bimbos. Go cry. You're not wanted here. This channel's too real for you anyways. You can't handle the truth. You're the definition of fantasy world. You think you do what you want and your shit don't stink. Guess what? It does. It does. And it's bad, boy. It does. So, we'll leave that at that. But let's be honest. Is it not the truth? Have men killed this? Men, as far as I'm concerned, men have kept the same energy. They're still leaders. They're still providers. They're still getting to the money. It's women that took this alpha role. It's women that are getting with 10 to 20% of the guys in this world. And the other guys are left unseen. Women have killed it. Some guys are never seen by a chick. A 3 or 4 out of 10 chick gets more options and is seen more than a guy that's a multi-millionaire, that has cars, that has this, that has that, that has a mansion, that has everything going for himself. A freaking 3 or 4 girl gets more attention than a guy like that. That is the world we're living in. Now, I can't sit here and lie to you guys and say, oh, I know exactly what guys are going through. I can't say that. Because women approach me. So, I get people that come. I get a lot of looks. There's a lot of things. There's women are kind of involved. So I don't know I can't say that. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I can't say I know what it feels like for men to just be never seen by a chick. A chick will never look his way. A chick will never hit him up. I don't know exactly what that's like. But I cannot say it feels good. But this is the world we're living in today. Some chicks are so deluded in their own reality, in their own world, that they're not seeing the whole world and what's going on. Step out of your own shit for 2 seconds and understand what is going on in the whole world. Right? Right. And they're so ungrateful. Like, you pretty well have everything handed to you, and you can't even understand what else is going on in the world, because you don't have the perfect thing going on for yourself right now. But you still have a lot more than a lot of other people, and you're still that ungrateful. And you're probably the same individuals that are screwing people over left, right, and center. And that's probably why you don't have the ideal situation going for yourself, because you're dealing with your karma. You know exactly what you've done. That's why you're so triggered. Guy or girl. We're not speaking about that no more, but guy or girl. You know exactly what you've done. And you still complain. You probably had an ideal situation for yourself. You did something to somebody dirty, and now you're complaining because you don't have the ideal situation for yourself? That's because you're so caught up into everything has to go your way type of world, which is a fantasy world. It's not how it goes. Because you're the same person that don't work on yourself at all. You don't up your value at all to become selective to more individuals that you might potentially be with for the rest of your life. And you screw other people over. You step in other people's heads to get to where you want to go. You step on men's heads to get to where you want to go. Men, you step on women to get to where you want to go. And you don't hear a lot about this when it comes to men. You hear about it all the time with women. It's hard to not make this about women, to be honest. Men are as straightforward as it comes. Majority of them are. Majority of women are loose cannons. For those of you that are not, much respect to you. Much respect to you. I could easily have a conversation with you. We would easily get along. Much respect to you. But I can't respect these other ratchet bimbos. I can't. You guys want to know something? I don't know if you guys know the podcast Fresh and Fit. One of the best things going right now. One of the best things going on YouTube right now, the podcast Fresh and Fit. One of the best things going. Shout out to them. Shout out to their podcast. Hopefully they can gain a few more subscribers from this channel for me shouting them out. Check them out for sure. Because nobody's hiding behind the scenes. Women go to the podcast, men go to the podcast. They have discussions. Women are always usually left looking very dumb and clueless. Because men are logical, women are emotional. That is why women are not built to lead, men are. Point blank period. And I'm not saying every single thing they've ever said in their lives is right, but honestly, majority of the time, they're right. There was probably a time in history where these fellas said something that was probably maybe not right, who knows. But a lot of the things they say is 100% facts. And sometimes they get great guests on the show. They get great women guests on the show. And you could argue that they get bad candidates for women on the show, which makes women as a whole look even worse. I would agree with that, to be honest. Because there are some smart ladies in this world. Let's give women some respect in that regard. There really is. There's a lot of normal chicks, but there's a lot of ratchet bimbos as well. And even more than normal chicks. It is what it is. And they're the same ones, once again, that do people wrong, step on people's heads, because they're entitled. They don't think they got to work on themselves. They don't think they got to work on themselves in a way that makes them more approachable, valuable to the opposite gender. They think they can step in other people's heads, lie, manipulate, use, abuse to get to where they want to go. When it's always going to backfire in your face, there's some ratchet bimbos that try to do it to me, did not work out in their favor. Because guess what? Guess who came crying back? Oh, please, baby, please take me back. No. No, I will not take you back. We're done. Never again. You're not on my level, not even close. You're disgusting. You are a pig. And you're lucky I don't make you squeal right now. Pathetic. And then they had to flee the scene. Because they're embarrassed. And to move freaking continents, countries, cities to find somebody else. Because now they have a bad reputation. Nobody wants them. Whatever dumbass ends up with them is going to look real stupid unless they move. Because they're going to walk in somewhere with this chick and everyone's going to be like, look at that, bro. We all banged her. We all took rounds at her. We got her for free. Look at this. Look at this simp. He's paying for her. Right. That's an embarrassment for a man. No high value man wants that. These chicks is going to be left with a low value dude. Virtually nothing. She's probably going to have the dick in the relationship. Buddy, your wife is your husband. Your wife is your husband. Hey lady, your husband is your wife. Yeah. You see how this is all messed around? It's because you did not create value in yourself to become more appealing to the opposite gender, which is exactly what you have to do. Everybody has work to do. I have work to do. You have work to do. We all have work to do. You complain, you stay the damn same. You complain, you don't get the damn results. We're not born this strong man, 6 figures. Every woman wants you. No one's born that way. Men have to create their value. Women have it a lot easier, but you still have some value to create. For sure. Because you can't be some ratchet bimbo, some chameleon, that you're just going to change colors as soon as something happens. Because now we're going to look at you like, the fuck? Do I know you? You know what I'm saying? So, man. And yeah, there's some pretty bad stuff out there, male and female, there really is, but standards have gone up in the world. Not such a bad thing. I wouldn't say that. I think everybody that has high standards should just keep setting the bar higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, to be honest. Raise your standards for yourself, for others, for everything. But not too high to the point where you're delusional. But you should have pretty high standards, bro. Or sis. You should. Without being delusional. Which is what I said in a video probably a month or two ago. But yeah. I just understand, once again, if you're that person that you've done others wrong, and you think you're not going to get your karma, you think you can Mario leap your way to the top of the castle, it's not going to happen. Because that's a video game. That's not reality. That's a video game. There's no cheat codes in real life. There's no cheat codes in real life. And you know what? There's a lot of young bucks today that are males that are like trying to use cheat codes. They think they can get to my level by using a cheat code. Because I see what's going on. There's some young guys. And they have a very, very, very tough reality that is going to come. Because there's no cheat codes in real life, son. You got to put in the work. Whether you like it or not, you got to put in the work. Daddy can't buy your way to the top. You can't buy your way to the top. You have to take the footsteps and get your way there. Rock bottom is the best lesson anybody will ever learn. Some people that they have certain families that will never let them hit rock bottom. That's a shame. That's a shame, because you're never going to have what it takes to put yourself in a position to actually better your own life and existence. You're dependent on your parents, you're dependent on here, you're dependent on there. Because rock bottom will teach you way more than any mountaintops ever will. Rock bottom. That's what's going to make you a stone cold killer. And not for the wrong reasons. For good reasons. It's not going to make you a bad person. It's gonna develop your character into the man you're really supposed to be, because guess what? Our parents, grandparents, people like that, they grew up rock bottom. They didn't have it all. They didn't have a half rich life growing up. Middle class, upper middle class, or even just plain rich. They didn't have that. They created the value for us to live in the world we live in today. Our parents, grandparents had it way harder than us. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. Because we have things today that just made life a lot easier, and there's still these little pipsqueaks complaining. It's never been easier, and you still can't get it right. Look at what your parents had to go through. They started with nothing. Absolutely nothing. And they did it. And there's young kids that are in positions that depend on them. And without them, they would be effed. They would not even be able to live the life they live today. They would be effed. Could not do it. They'd be broker than broke. They would have virtually nothing. And their heads are huge, boy. Their heads are huge. And the sad thing is like I said, they're never going to allow themselves to hit rock bottom. They're never going to have the motivation. They're never going to build enough character to actually become successful in their own life. If they do, it's going to be too damn late to be worth a damn. Become valuable as young as possible. Create your value as young as possible. Don't screw people over because you're going to get your karma. Stay young, stay fresh, stay clean. Keep a clean heart, clean spirit. Focus on yourself. Am I giving you guys bad advice right now? Come on. Come on, man. Come on. No. This is great advice. It's what you should do. It's going to give you a better life. And rock bottom is one of the best things that will ever happen to you, which is what is going to motivate you to be able to do these things. So, don't think for a second you're going to get away with head stepping, manipulating, gaslighting, being a little cuck narc. Like the bitch that you are. You're not going to get away with it. You will be exposed down the line. The truth will show. And you're going to end up with virtually nothing. You're going to shake your head and think, wow, how did this happen? How did this happen to me? Wow. You're going to have a divorce. You're going to go bankrupt. I don't know what's going to happen. All these things. Bad things happen to bad people. They say good things, or they say bad things happen to good people. Could be true. But guess what? You can't keep a good man down. You can't. He's always going to rise. Bad things happen to bad people, and it's never going to stop until you get effing humbled. And I believe I've humbled a few females in my life, and I hope, I don't pray in their demise, but I hope it made them better. I hope it woke them up a little bit to not take the next guy for granted, to not step on the other guy's head, to understand that when you have something of value, you don't do anything to ruin it, to mess it up. None of that. Lesson learned. Because females usually just go around, and especially if you're a pretty one, you pretty much get what you want. You little cucks. You go around, you pretty much get what you want. Not with me. Because I'm going to hold you accountable, little phony Montana. I might just give you a wedgie from the front. A good old-fashioned Marvin, boy. Your little red panties. Right from the front. Time for a Marvin. You guys ever hear that? Wedgie from the front to a female. And I'm obviously just joking. I'm just clowning around. But that's hilarious. Hee hee ha ha, right? But you just get it. You just get the point. A lot of these pretty little things out there, bro, they think they can run around and just do whatever. And sometimes they get away with it. Sometimes, they're going to run into something that's going to humble their ass. And I love the person to do it. I love to be the person to do that to them. Because I'm going to teach you bimbos a lesson that you better learn. To not make that same mistake again and again and again. To give yourself a half-decent damn life. So you don't end up with all these problems. You don't end up having kids with multiple dudes. And your head's a mess. You're looking at your kids every single day, thinking of which baby daddy are you again? Which baby daddy are you again? Oh yeah, who are you again? Oh yeah, Yeah, that's Calvin. Yeah, that's Harry. That's Phil. Yeah, that's Phil's kid. Come on, you don't want that to be you? That's just insanity. But that's just what you get and end up with if you don't wisen the F up. Because people that's going to mess around with others and screw over others, they're going to get what's coming to them. And those that keep a good, clean heart, they are the ones that are going to win. So, ladies and gentlemen, be the one that is going to win. Peace out for now.